Oh, I guess we're starting already then. That's hilarious. So, excuse me, I'm a little bit more dishevelled because I've been decluttering and tidying up and got a brown, but you can't see that because it's a low down. Yeah, so, yeah, it's just, I done one for today because I'm going to put this on Wednesday, but it was only like 12 minutes if I'm remembering. I think it actually was like 12:21, so that could be significant. But it was dramatic. So, but again, when it's a Scorpio full moon, it's going to be everyone's secrets. It might not be your secrets. It might not be their secrets, but it's going to be secrets. Do you know what I mean? And so, just, trigger warning for whenever that goes out. If I watch it and I'm like, that's for the membership, then, it's in the membership. May as well just put it out, it's someone's. So, and because the one that's going out in 3 minutes from now that I've scheduled is, well, it's the truth. So it's kind of like, it's because everything I channel is the truth, Joan of Arc energy. But again, could be triggering. That's the thing. Everything I do could be triggering, but true. That's why I'll say hashtag triggering, but true. I've got the hiccups. But yeah, there's a palpable. Not only is union so strong, I would say this is one of the times where union is imminent is correct. You know what I mean? Like, I don't usually say correct, but yeah, you know what I mean? It does feel like it. Maybe not for you, maybe not for me. Again, I've been doing this a long time now, so I just have to deliver the message. But I feel it so strongly in my spirit. So, yeah, and I just keep getting union signs everywhere. So, and remember that if you're new around here, I bring in the unions like every day. So, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, every day, because it is the frequency of that I carry with my birthday numbers, everything. But I'm just my soul's energy. But it's just so strong right now. And it's just, yeah, a lot. So again, I'm praying for you. If you are in the divine masculine energy, whether you're a man or a woman, and obviously I know that some of you are going through a hard time because you're my clients, my soul family clients. Just know that I'm not kidding. It's the first thing I do when I wake up. Otherwise I'd forget. But is I pray for the whole channel, and then I put extra emphasis on the people in the membership. And obviously I pray for myself and other people I love and blah, blah, blah. But, and people feel it. It's real. People feel it. And that's the thing, because I do that every day and I've done that for a long time now, people do feel it. You just tell me all the time, thank you if you're one of the people that let me know that. Because it's, it's just, it's showing appreciation and gratitude, you know what I mean? Because that's why when you really get prayer, it is nice to appreciate the people that pray for you, because people are giving you a pass and forward. Because like I said, I don't like the word enemies, but I pray for the people that I, know don't like me or feel don't like me. Even some people I don't know that I can feel energy. Like I pray for their healing. Like, I'm not shitting you. And that ain't fake. That's fucking real. That's the truth again as well. So, when you're in that kind of high frequency of unconditional love, unity consciousness, that is what you're like. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's funny because even before I had still lots of work to do on myself, I've been in that energy a very long time. Because like I said, I remember going to a shamanic circle. Like, I'm not, like, it's honestly got to have been like, I don't know if it was quite 10 years ago. I think it was maybe like 8 years ago or something. And like, it was just a whole circle of women crying and talking about their trauma, basically. And it was me and the person holding it that were holding space. You know what I mean? And I had plenty of my own fucking trauma back then too, but that's what I mean. It's like, I'm a very old soul and I can hold a lot of people. I can hold a lot of pain for people. Again, people very kindly say that on the chat, usually the live chat, that's, if you're new, that's mostly where people will share. And, especially like if we've just had a session and they don't mind sharing, people are like, oh, I just had the session. But I'll put comments below. But again, people that are here all the time, you see it, but it is important for people that are new that it's like, you shouldn't be you shouldn't judge a book by its character. Like, I am one of the most strongest people mentally, emotionally, spiritually, maybe not physically, but that you could meet. But I'm working on the physical fitness right now. I'm feeling good, but yes. So what have we got? So where is the divine feminine block? So again, like I do every day, if you're new down here, my name's Claire. Well, that's because I'm not meant to be filming today. But again, I'm just getting them done, because if I get them done today on the Tuesday, then I don't need to worry about the rest of the week, right? So it feels better. I've got loads of energy today, so I just want to get it before the light goes too. So turns out that you know, because today has been a really lovely day. Like I went for a wee brunch with my mum. I had to go to the doctor's first. I just well, I'll tell you what the doctor's for, but nothing like big. But and and then I've just come back and I've been cleaning and I've been decluttering and I had my Hello Fresh. Like honestly, that Hello Fresh thing, it really does make me so happy. It reminds me of, you know, Marie Kondo. Does this spark joy? It sparks so much fucking joy in me. It's not even funny. Like it makes me really happy. Like I do love when I'm in the mood. I love cooking. When you can't be arsed, you can't be arsed. I mean, but you know, I'm lucky that my mum's an amazing cook and my dad's a good cook too. And actually, my sister's a really good cook too. Yeah, we're all no bad, really. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we could all chuck something together. Yeah, because I've been quite impressed when I've been at my sister. My sister makes, like, she made like, it's funny, like, you know, I make my own tomato pasta, but and my macaroni is something that yeah, I was like, you know, quite, it's funny, like, but I'm more just, you know, it's funny that, like, you know, it is funny, isn't it? Because like whenever I talk about my macaroni, there's just people I think of, you know, like it doesn't matter if people aren't in your life anymore. You'll associate certain things with, but yes, you know, lots of people in my life love my macaroni, especially my nieces. Um, but um, but yeah, the way my sister makes tomato pasta, it was different from mine, but it was really nice. Do you know what I mean? I like the way I do it, but I like the way she does it too. Kind of forgotten. I need to ask her again because it wasn't that hard. It was just, you know, it's different people. So there must be something in this about the different way people do things. Like, you know, it doesn't need to be that one is better than the other. It's just like different. You know what I mean? And actually, that's quite funny. Me and my sister are quite different. But chalk and cheese, well, a lot of things. But you know, that's a good example of like appreciating people's differences. You know what I mean? Which is why I love astrology. Because it helps you accept yourself and it helps you accept others around you. So, could be some things going on with siblings here, me talking about my sister that much, or family, yeah, whatever. Right, so what have we got for divine feminine, male or female? To attach, to give your partner some breathing room, be too needy to drive some away. Sorry for laughing, divine feminines. We've all been there, right? And again, like I keep saying, this is hilarious because the one that's actually just went live right now, the same energy came up. So what the fuck is this? So again, this is, yeah, because this is for the next day. Because that basically yeah, because that one's, yeah, this is, so this, you're watching this the next day from the one I'm talking about. And there's a theme right now, neglected. But again, like I say all the time, I'm not just saying this, but I do read for divine masculine mainly. So that's divine masculine's feminine side too. I feel there's a fear for divine masculine of, like, you know, not wanting to be vulnerable, like not wanting to be too much or too, you know, like just like how much emotion is, like how, you know, I mean, I don't know, I'm feeling all these sort of questions, but but oh yeah, because it was in the verse too. Yeah, so do you know what I mean? It's like, so again, like, because I've held it up right, it is still what I said. I feel there is something about that for divine masculine. It's just feeling a bit, I'm tapping in and it feels unusual, it feels weird because they've been in the runner energy, or you've been the runner energy, so the throat chakra, and now they're craving and longing, and which you could, you know, you could sort of, if you're still healing, you could be like, oh my god, this is too needy, I don't want to be like this kind of thing. But actually, it's being in love, it's true love. When you're in love with somebody, as far as I'm concerned, you don't want to take you don't want to, you can't take your hands off each other. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how it should be. Not OTT in front of other people, like, but again, it does trigger even just touching somebody's leg or holding their hand or their arm. It's going to trigger people because if they've not got the same thing, it is. So I mean, what are you going to do? Hold back. Make out your mind, guys. I've not got to be do that with, but that's just my. but yeah, it's in reverse. So I feel it's like whatever needy, desperate energy was inside you, divine feminine, you've kicked it to the curb and you're focused on your own shit, which, like I stress all the time, it doesn't still mean that this person isn't your wish fulfillment. You don't want to hear from them. It just means you're like, it's been a long time, got to focus on myself. It's been a long time, shouldn't have left you. You know what I mean? What? I don't know the rest of the words. Na, 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 na. What would you do? Do 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 do. Would you run away? If you don't pick yourself, dust yourself off and try again. Oh my God, dust yourself off and try again. Oh, at first you don't succeed. 11:11, divine time. Dust yourself off. And so again, divine masculine, I don't know whether you've already tried and you failed, or you tried and it went down like a lead balloon, or you tried and you weren't ready, or you've not tried yet, but when you do, you go in the wrong way. Again, my advice to you with all my experience of working with divine masculine is don't go in ego. If you've still got any of that pride and ego kicking about, I mean in the toxic way, don't bother. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like as we'd say here, because it's just not, it's, you know, it's not a good 11:44. It's not a good energy to go towards somebody, and, you know, keep healing. And again, I just like to straight, it's like, this feels like obvious thing to say, but because look, they're pulling me to this card on top of here. I realise all the mistakes I made, right? That doesn't mean, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, blah, 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 and like, you know, like people pleasing. And even though you might secretly be like, well, actually, I'm angry at this, I'm angry about this towards you, divine feminine, but it's keeping it stuffed in. No, say what, you know, like a healthy discussion doesn't need to be an argument. And even if something does move into an argument, again, so sorry if this seems like patronizing or like I'm talking to you, but I can't help who's triggered by this, whether you're a man, woman, whatever, right? Whether I've worked with you, whether I've not worked with you, whether I know you, whether I don't know you. I'm all these, I'm a healer, I'm a therapist, and blah, 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 you know, this kind of stuff. And it's like, and I'm also just a good fucking friend, you know what I mean? Which is why when I've been backstabbed and betrayed, I didn't appreciate it, and I don't have people around me. You know, if anybody, that's the thing, if people, and that's the thing, you know, it's quite interesting because the one for today was about not being perfect, because Virgo Moon is about that. And, you know, but, and again, I will, again, you know, people could say things like that about me, but the point is it's like, I don't criticise people for things that I would be capable of myself. But when it's things that I don't do to people and wouldn't do to people, you know, I'm thinking of past things, that's when it's the end of the line for me. You know what I mean? Like, I can't fab it because it's hard for me to even process and get my head around. I'm like, I can't even believe somebody that I care about that much would disregard me so much, you know what I mean? And again, yeah, like it's interesting because I can see, you know, although I'm not talking about my twin flame, I can see how it could be about twin flames too. And but when it's your true twin flame, it is your shadow, it is the other half of your soul, and you're both working through things together energetically. And like I always say, when the person spiritually wakes up, they're going to be devastated, right? I've always known that about mine. I know that about all of yours. I know that about you. You've got to remember, because I've been doing this for 10 years, I've watched some people go from being spiritually asleep to being on my radar, to waking up and being like, oh my God, I'm a twin flame. And oh my God, I'm not with the person I'm meant to be with. But you know what I mean? So it's like, it's an interesting process. But I just saw I'm holding on to memories of us. But I do have to, what I'm saying is I do have to point out quite obvious things sometimes, because sadly, some people just didn't get good parenting. And again, what's good parenting? Do you know what I mean? Nobody's parents are going to be perfect, but it's, and I'm talking like some people didn't even get the bare minimum, the basics. So I do have to, you know, it's like again, it's weird, but because a lot of my clients are older, but it's like I'm playing a bit of a mum role, but it's more like in the Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene kind of energy, Goddess Isis and Kali when needed, soft and strong, you know, boundaries, teaching people boundaries. but so basically, to get back to the bit that I'm observing, it's like, you know, it could be seen as patronised, but I'm doing it with love to help you. So if you don't need that help, then you didn't need to fucking watch this. Sorry to be sassy, but Mercury in Aries, and I'm a Venus in Aries and an Aries. And now also, this is because I've got Mercury retrograde in Taurus. It's a very grounded part of me. It's a good listener. It's a good reasoner. But it's also very practical, grounded down to earth. Like when somebody's freaking out in my physical presence, I just need to, I'll ask, I'll be like, could I put my hands on your hands, or could I won't, I don't need to do the whole, like, you know, laying hands on your shoulders or your head or anything like Reiki, Germanic healing. I can just hold your hand, or depending on who it is, you know what I mean, your arm, and people instantly calm. So, you know, that's, I know I'm grateful that a lot of you tell me that my voice does that for you, or it puts you to sleep, because I'm just like, I'm laughing at Connor saying that. Connor was saying it, Charlotte was saying it again, I've put a lot of you to sleep, I know. Fucking boring, I'm not, but I'm just, I'm grateful for the people's voices that I find healing on YouTube. And some people, it's like they're not even meaning to be. Like, some people are telling the story with tarot, or some people are, I don't know, yeah, like not talking about that at all. And it's, you know what I mean? So it's, I get it back, and it's, so I feel with me going on about healing, so I feel your voice is healing for your person, and their voice is healing for you, you know. And so it's just, think about that, like, you know, well, for people that do things like me, if your person has access, like, as in if they know you're doing it, because not everyone's people will, but eventually their higher self will guide you to them. But again, that's not the case with me, because not everybody knows I'm doing this, but I think more people than maybe what I think know. We'll just move it. I just like to just play daft. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I get shown visions and everything, guys. It's like I get shown people I like, get shown people I don't like. No secrets around here. Just like that Scorpio filming that's coming on Monday. But where's I going with that? I don't know. Anyway, let's see what this. Oh yeah, it does need to be an argument. That's the point. But I feel I really, it's like, it's important that Divine Masculine, you say what you're annoyed about or angry about, because you're allowed to be angry. And Divine Feminine, you say what you're annoyed about and what you're angry about, because you're allowed to be angry. Because it's important. Divine Masculine needs to hear it, because you're walking on eggshells, most of you. If you're not, you're not, but that's usually what I'm picking up on. Or skating on thin ice, all these kind of sayings. But it's healthy. You shouldn't be walking on eggshells with anyone. It's, you know, you just shouldn't. You should assess if you're walking on eggshells with something. There's a power imbalance, and it's not right. And I know it's just life. You are with some people, but I would create boundaries with anyone that you're walking on eggshells with. They're pulling me at the word witch. They're pulling me the word witch over there. So, you know, I mean, I do feel, you know, whoever fits the description of that, you know, it can just be gossipy, troublemaking, whatever, you know, liar, all these kind of whatever, you know, whatever kind of you'd associate that with. Somebody you're walking on eggshells with, whoever the connection is to you. A karmic energy. Because not every karmic energy is that, but they are homing my eyes on the word witch. I really just think that's why I bought that deck. Because the only reason I wanted that deck was because it's got one that says everything is fine. Maybe they want me to use them. I don't know where they are. Because I don't like the rest of the cards, because they're so, like, politically correct. Like, there's one where they're wearing masks. I'm like, fuck off, man. I can't live. Oh my god, people, you know what I mean? Yeah, sorry, I was about to say it a bit offensive, but I'm just gonna say what I was gonna say. People actually believe that. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's just training you up. It's like, oh, if we can get them to do that, then we can get them to do that. Sorry, truth. And it's not a coincidence this is still in a Virgo moon conjunct the South Node, which is all about health. They put forward all of that scaremongering about that when it was, I can't remember, it was either the Virgo new moon or full moon. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing, because Pisces, yeah, because it was around the spring equinox, the Pisces season is confusion, illusion, lies, and it was a lie. And it was confusing because people didn't know what's true. And I'm just talking in code, kind of. And Virgo is reality and integrity, and there was a complete lack of that. And again, if you're looking in the right places, but some people don't want to because they want to stay in Delulu land, I believe people call it these days, you'll be able to see loads of evidence to back up what I and loads of people were saying right from the start. And again, I can't stand I told you so, and I actually can't stand when people are too much about it. But I don't say it all the time, but when it's relevant, I say it. When they want me to say it, I say it. So it's making me wonder if some kind of big... I think there might be some even more big news about those times with a Scorpio full moon. I mean, God, it could even be like on this day because it's a Virgo moon, you know, because it's health. So unfortunately, there will be people's health deteriorating from... Anyway, let's move on. Anyway, if you are ill and you've actually clicked, it's related back to certain things from 5 years ago, and you know, repossession because I clear energy, right? Like basically, you're welcome here. That's the point. You're welcome. You know, there's a mixture of people that watch this channel, people that have done that basically, and people that haven't, and everybody's welcome, and I'm here to help. So we'll just say that, right? Didn't see it going that way, but not talking. You aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. Holy fuck shit, I'm gobsmacked. I just got chills. See, it's just the Holy Spirit speaking through me. And look at the card that's sitting here. Wait a minute. That's nuts. Trust in the Holy Spirit. God is with you. I'm going to be honest. Do you know what that was about? That was about the video that's playing right now. And it's not like, I'm not even going to lie, I wasn't nervous to put it out. I've got over it. It's like, it's, you know what I mean? It's somebody's message. So I put it. It's just because I just can't, it's just, I find it draining and like drama, and it's weird, isn't it? Because I'm not like that. Day to day, I can't fucking be arse with it. I've not got any pals like that. I don't want any pals like that. I don't like being around groups of girls or women for that reason. Even some guys can be bitches as well. That's why I spend a lot of time myself. You know what I'm saying? Can't be arse with it. Why would you want to be walking on eggshells and second guessing people close to you? I don't know what I was about to say. I'm getting really sassy. It's Venus and Aries. But do you mean it's like, no, get to fuck was probably what I was going to say. But my calling, maybe it was because this is my calling. Maybe it was because it drains me with that. Why would I want to be around people like that? But I just don't know why anyone would want to be around people like that. I'm just assuming it's people that don't realise, until they wake up, spiritual awakening kind of thing. But yeah, because it's picking up on people that are like, leaving karmic situations to go to twin flames, like it's just drama. But like I've said from the start, it is dramatic, but that is a lot of twin flames. And if it is what it is. There's loads of different reasons why that can happen to people. So I don't judge it. In an ideal world, you would want somebody to end something, have a period of healing, and then go to the twin flame. But when in these situations when it's already been a long time and people have been trapped, and people are in love, that's why I don't judge it. I've helped people with all different scenarios of that. I don't judge it for other people. I don't even judge it for myself, for fuck's sake. If you needed me, I'm here. Do you know what I mean? We're friends above any net. Well, actually, wait a minute. Actually, we're best. My best friend isn't talking to me. Sorry, I'm just having a laugh with this. Fucking true. Best friends. Wait a minute. Where's that? Best friends. My best friend's not talking to me. Oh, fucking hell, that's hilarious. I'm sure it's not funny if you're in it. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just keeping it real. Like, shit happens. Love has already won. Silence, I speak from my heart. Oh, that's nice too. Love. Wait a minute. Love has already won. Fucking hell. So there's a rainbows out. I was talking about rainbows today. The hope is on the horizon. So that's another dramatic one, isn't it? Right. So what have we got? It's like, I suppose the point is it's like, it's just sad that it has to be like that for anyone, In an ideal world, I would just want everybody to be with who they're meant to be with. So, but I like, obviously, that's why I try to help karmic energies as well. Like, publicly, I'm like, why the hell would you want to be with somebody so badly and trap them and keep them stuck, all these things, and lie to keep them, and, and like, why? Like, when people actually know that somebody's longing and wanting to be with somebody else, why would you want to keep somebody like that? I just don't. I'll tell you why. That would be your self-worth on the floor, and I would want to help people like that. And like, I'm talking to twin flames too, because it's like, why I'm like, I'm not going into details, but like, there have been times when I have got in touch with him, but it was because I felt a strong need to, for either him or for myself. And I love myself unconditionally. So if I feel like I have to do something for me so that I live with no regrets, I'm going to do it. But there's loads of reasons why people need to contact people and stuff. So, you might feel like you're worried about them anyway. But yeah, like, when I've heard no reply and stuff, like, it's not a nice feeling, but I'm just like, right, I respect the boundaries, but I stand by it. That's the God's honest truth. I've not been somebody that's like, it's quite the opposite. Beyond those times, saying happy birthday and whatever other reasons I've contacted him, yeah, we're like strangers to each other. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm not, that's really, I mean, there's more I could say, but yeah, I've been manifesting you. We'll add to the rest of it further down the line, maybe, depending on if he ever comes to speak to me. I know he's gonna. I'm scared you will reject me. Interesting timing. Stop going into my shit. It's not Scorpio moon. I fantasize about you. I want to treat you the way you deserve, but I'm scared you'll reject me. So, these are themes that are coming up. But yeah, seriously, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, you should want to be with, whether you're a man or a woman that's in karmic energy watching this. Because remember, we're all karmic to somebody. It doesn't need to be as bad as a really bad example. So you can decide whether that's your karmic or whether you're a karmic person watching this or whether that's you. But the point is why do you want to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with you? I'm only talking to people that this person doesn't want to be with you. They've either said that or you've caught them looking at somebody they're like, you know what I mean, bloody blah, all this kind of stuff. Like, you should want to be with somebody that adores you. And like, and again, I'm talking to karmic people, but I don't know why they're flipping me between karmic people and twin flames, and really anyone that's watching this. Same with twin flames, like I just said, like, I've always openly said that, like, I fucking adore, like, my twin flame, and there's loads of things that trigger me about, there's loads of things, but just as I know there's loads of things that will trigger him, but, take away all the twin flame stuff. I don't want to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with me. I don't want to be with somebody that I'm going to be worrying every 2 minutes that they're going to run off. Like, I don't want to be with somebody that I don't feel safe and secure. Do you know what I mean? I want to be with him when I've got all those things. So, and I can only hope and pray that is the case one day. And I believe it will be, but I could be wrong. Be humble. I'm not wrong though, because it's not me, it's God speaking to me. I believe, and like I would say, I believe, that's the Holy Spirit again. I believe in myself, so I believe in him, no matter how long it takes. I believe in myself, so I believe in him. I believe in my inner masculine, I believe in my outer masculine. But he's his own person with his own life, and it's none of my business. That's the weird paradox. But that's what true twin flames want with each other. Happy families. Legacy. That's the Ten of Pentacles, but yeah. Oh, wait a minute, it is the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, happy family is a legacy. Look, I always home in on that card because it reminds me of James Arthur. Just the haircut and the... See what I mean? It really does, doesn't it? It's like a modern kind of... You can't really see. But this person wants the Ten of Pentacles. This person wants the Ten of Pentacles. Remember, let's do it again. 78 cards. After a bad investment elsewhere. After a bad... Oh my god, that's so creepy when they do that. After a bad investment elsewhere. That they couldn't move away from. I don't think that's that they didn't want to. They couldn't. Like their fears were stopping them. And they don't want to move on from you is what that means. They don't... What the fuck? This is getting creepy. Yes, I just shuffled again and the same card came out. Like free... I mean, that's... Oh, fucking hell. So yeah, they don't want to move on from you. But that's because I was saying it. They don't want to move on from you. They want to offer you the world. Whatever the world is. Like, let's face it, offering you the world could be fucking turning up to talk to you. After a fight. This is a bit dramatic. Hoping that you're going to be loving. Running on the beach like, oh, I'm so loving. I'm the Queen of Cups. This masculine, all the masculines that resonate with this, when you reach it, you could be there now. You might not be though, but you're gonna. They've got everything they need inside. They've went through a huge transformation. I looked at 31, it could be relevant. Putting toxic groups behind them, people working against them. They had to pause to heal, to gain a different perspective. They had to pause to heal to gain a different perspective. Yes, I did shuffle that came out again. My cards are hilarious. Again, the cards might not jump a lot with me. They do now and again, but the shuffling and the same card coming out 3 times in a row with several different things, I'm saying, like, that happens all the time. And that's nuts, because like I said, there are 78 cards. They've taken a pause, and the conclusion they've come to is that you're their wish fulfillment. They're sure to be sure it came out again. This is hilarious. They're sure about this offer. So it's just about, with everyone's unique situations, when this person comes forward, give up control, Divine Feminine. Let them figure out the solution to the problem or the puzzle of how they convince you that they want to give you an offer. Because they will. I can't. It just came out again. They've worked hard to bring this offer. They've had sleepless nights, trauma, worrying, stressing. Now they're just the finishing touches. I don't know what this is, but it's hilarious. Again, look, 33, come to Jesus. They've had their come to Jesus moment. Where's that card? They've been touched by the Holy Spirit. This guy's just having a coffee and he's on his way. It's just a little bit more patience, a little bit more of a wait. But the thing about that can... To me, that card in particular, the imagery, I always feel like it's quite soon, because it does just look like he's literally having a coffee and he's heading off wherever he's going. Because it's the card before the Four of Wands. But in some Three of Wands cards, I don't know, I could take it that, there's, you need to wait. You need to wait, but not that long is how I take it. But while this masculine closes out a karmic cycle, the world in reverse, an exhausting karmic cycle, and that could be you, Divine Feminine, whether you're a woman or a man. That's fucking me anyway, most of the time. You've been putting in the hard work too. You've both been putting in the hard work to put chaos and conflict and competition behind you, and with each other in some cases. It's true. You've been slowed down, balancing your masculine, feminine, your own light and dark. You've been healing this person. They've been healing themselves, and props to the Divine Masculines out there, all of you. But your Divine Feminine's light has been healing you. And in some cases, you have been empowered to heal yourself by a Divine Feminine. Hello, that's me. If you're watching here, you know what I mean. But not just me, other Divine Feminines that are female and male that are helping people. You could be one for all I know, to come into union. And what I always say, that's the energy that I bring, because my birthday adds up to the Four of Wands. Celebrations, unions, marriages, engagements. Oh yeah, because I think they're saying that, because all all of that can start to happen round about now. You know what I mean? It was the shadow we come out of it mid-May I worked out. So but remember, it's just, yeah, so I mean, I do know some twins that are in union where that's likely, you know what I mean? So yes, congratulations if there's things like that going on. But some people are still going through an awakening, juggling, fed up and bored, working it out, releasing the devil. You know, some people are still in the middle of things, gaining energy, still in distorted energy. So just trust and have faith. We're all at different bits of the timeline. That's for the feminines that are in that place, you know, wish fulfillment not coming about, but it will. And that's the truth, you know, that's somebody that's releasing the devil. And again, the devil could be an addiction. It doesn't need to be a person, but with this particular card, it does. I always feel like that's like a Jezebel person, and that's like a masculine, because it reminds me of Magic Mike. But yeah, and see, I do think that in this case, like that's the karmic energy, that's the masculine, and that's the divine feminine. But that's not a fierce. She is fierce. She looks soft, but that's like how I describe myself, like soft and strong. Also, because she's like a shaman, but like, she's got her boundaries, but she's kind. You know what I mean? She's going to chase away the negative energies with her drum. It's an analogy, guys, but you know what I mean? You might actually I know some of you do actually have a drum, but yeah, she's got boundaries, but it's not like the fuck you Queen of Swords and some other decks. It's like she's got boundaries because she doesn't want to get caught up in that. And I don't think this person wants you caught up in that. Whoever this is all speaking to, because it'll be speaking to a lot of people. It's Judgment Day, awakening. Whoever what I was channeling that for, which will be different people's scenarios, that person has woke up to whatever that is, an addiction, a person. Doesn't need to be love, but it looks like it, doesn't it? It can be family member, a friend, blah, 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 an addiction, a habit, you know what I'm saying? They're walking away. They've had a huge awakening and epiphany. Shocking one is what I'm feeling. And it's Judgment Day and awakening. Oh, yeah, it's because this is for tomorrow. This is the moon in Virgo. Noticing the details of something you didn't notice before. Pluto retrograde in Aquarius recently, going inwards, noticing, oh, like, you know, Pluto doesn't fuck about. That's how I do what I do. And the moon in Virgo is conjunct the South Node. Releasing the past. Yeah, releasing the devil. Humbled. Somebody's had an ego death. They feel like they've been humbled by this situation. There's been some kind of black magic spell work by an empress. Take it as it resonates. Black magic. That caused sadness and regret. So to translate that, black magic spell work, somebody's lied. An empress is a mother energy. So, you know, so mother energy, obviously, it's someone's mum, a mother of a child, can be a karmic energy's mum, can be a friend that's a mum. You know what I mean? Someone that's a mum, however it fits in. But someone has caused confusion, illusion, and upset, sadness, and regret. And this person's slowly moving away from that, lifting the blocks. The blocks have been lifted on a toxic group or community that someone's walking away from. They confused them. They're not confused now. They betrayed them. This that's doubling down on the betrayal. Look at all the 10 swords in him on this imagery. Brutal. This person could have been betrayed by a lot of people. And it was in reverse. That can sometimes be doubling down, or it can't get any worse and you're recovering. Take it what resonates. But blocks are being lifted. That person realised that wasn't their fish. That wasn't their plenty more fish in the sea. Maybe this person felt like plenty more fish in the sea, they could get over you, but now it's like that wasn't their wish fulfillment, was what I was going to say. Yeah, putting fights and conflict behind them. They feel out in the cold. Also, that's 5-5 back to back, and it was a 5-5 portal yesterday as I'm filming this, and we're still in the energy. This person's ready for a new beginning after a lot of karmic bullshit. Being trapped in their head. Being trapped in their head. Shuffles and it came out again. It's funny. Yeah. This person was trying to balance their life before they come forward, getting their shit together. Getting their shit together. Yeah, it's just hilarious. Yeah, there's some kind of black magic spell work. Somebody's tired of keeping an eye from afar. That's come out 3 times in a row. Well, you know, kinda. Betrayal. Yeah, there's been some kind of lies and massive betrayal that this person, there's the funny card, that this person's healed from and moving on from, or healing from coming out of confusion. They've been humbled. They're bored and discontent wherever they've been, and they want to come with all their love, the most love ever. Right, I'm going to leave that there. Interesting, but wait a minute. Let's just get some more of these. I sabotaged our connection because it was too intense. Yeah, stomach's rumbling out. I fantasize about you, and I'm planning. I want us to get together in person. I'm just afraid of messing up with my stupid behaviour. Well, that really fits too. So, right, see you later.